Hey guys, just want to say hi, give you a quick update. Just want to say it's awesome talking to you all online, and thanks for watching. And I don't really do this for any other reason, just to share and you know, kind of be part of the community. So so that's my shtick. But anyway, so I just want to show you that my newest guitar is the Jackson PC1 30th Anniversary Splatter, which is awesome. And I will do more Def Leppard stuff with that soon. Just been a little backlogged. I also get a lot of questions about this guitar, which is my Fender Custom Shop. It was part of the White Lightning Wild West run, and Wild West Guitars run. And I actually requested if they could make the guitar and not put the white paint over the three-tone burst, because I wanted something very Richie Sambora-ish. So they did it, and it was actually less expensive than the white ones. So that was cool. There's my Tiger Modern and my Boneyard Gibson and my EVH Stripe, which is a great guitar. But anyway, so that's the guitar situation. Hasn't changed too much. I'm kind of happy with what I have. So on the amp situation, lots going on. So I just got the Mesa Mark Five, and I played it a couple of times in the store, and I just loved it so much. And you know, you play things in the store, and you're like, am I imagining it? It's going to suck when I get it home. And I've never owned a Mesa Boogie. I know nothing about the history of the amps. So, you know, really it was just kind of completely fresh to me. And I love the amp. It's awesome. I mean, it definitely has a different thing going on. It definitely doesn't sound like, you know, like a traditional Marshall. But it really just fills in kind of a gap that I've heard a lot of tones on albums that I've never really understood how they were getting those tones with like a Marshall, and clearly they were not using a Marshall. This amp's fantastic. I'll probably do like another video to talk about it, but for people who don't know anything about it, basically it's 3 channels, 3 modes per channel. It's got the graphic EQ. It's not that hard to dial in. You just got to be patient. You got to read the manual. And I was very successful very early on. On channel 3, it's got the Mark II C Plus mode, which you know, I can't speak to whether it's as authentic as the originals, but I can tell you it's just an awesome like 80s metal tone. Mark IV is very much that Dream Theater Petrucci thing, and the extreme mode is kind of like the closest thing to the Diesel that I have. I love this amp. It's tiny comparatively, and it's one of the most affordable of the bunch. And people are always asking me, like, what's a great amp? It's somewhat affordable, blah, blah, blah. This amp's awesome. It's not going anywhere. My buddy, I used to have this amp. You guys have probably seen some videos. The Satch is back. I'm selling it for him now. But I'm really enjoying it the second time. I really learned a lot. And I made some mistakes when I first had this amp. One of those mistakes was that I overdid it with the gain. So I was experimenting with the gain lower, and it really sounds great. I mean, it's not as warm as the Friedman, and well, I don't want to compare it to the Friedman because people will go crazy about it, but it's just a great tone. I mean, it doesn't have the feel that the Friedman has, but it's a lot of fun to play, and it sounds like a Marshall. It's just a great amp. If I can't sell it, I may end up keeping it, whatever. So you guys know about the Brown Eye, obviously. This was tweaked by Dave in December. It had some problems. It had some, I think one power tube wasn't getting power and blah, blah, blah. He took it in, which was really nice of him, free of charge, and made it sound unbelievably awesome. It's such a great sounding amp. Love it. Oh, I dumped the Stevens amp. I dumped the Steve Stevens amp. Probably people are like, shocked. You know, I sold the Steve Stevens amp. I don't know. I just felt like I had a lot of amps, and I wasn't sure that amp was getting me any further than I already was, and I got this amp. And EVH Blue on the Stealth absolutely kills. And I actually found that it was really close to the Steve Stevens, to the point where it was almost identical for at least my purposes, at least for the reasons I was using it. So, and the way I was dialing in it, I mean, it could be complete user error, but you know, it's expensive amp, and it is what it is. How many amps do I need, right? So, you guys have heard the clips of this, I hope, and I think you've read on the forums that this amp is clearly an improvement. This amp kicks major ass. I love it. You know, it just delivered. There's so much gain. It's just great. I love it. Just love the amp. So it's pretty obvious at this point. Camerons, my 3 babies, the old bitch, CCV, and the Atomica. These guys are like the cornerstones of my existence. They're not going anywhere. I love them. They sound great. They feel great. They have this the type of voicing, the mid-mids, just that saturated 80s metal goodness. I just love it. CCV, I don't think too many people really know the full capability of this amp, because it has a lot of different knobs and options and stuff like that. So you can do a lot more than what I've done. And I'll get to it at some point because I really want to show you guys how versatile that amp can be. You can do kind of like an AC/DC crunch on channel 2 and kind of like a, you know, full-on metal assault on channel 2. Did I just repeat myself? I don't know. Anyway, it's a great amp. These guys are not going anywhere. If there's a Cameron amp, I will own it. What else? Diesel. I'm going to unload this amp. It's an unbelievable sounding amp. One of the best sounding amps I've ever heard. It requires a little volume. Probably not the voicing and feel that I really gravitate towards. But just a stunning amp to record with, and you know, at high volumes, this thing is just unbelievable. But you know, it is what it is. I still have the Rhodes Colossus coming, so I think I have my I think I have everything covered here. So and I'm really enjoying the Mark V, really. So for the most part, that's the situation. No other amps incoming except for the Colossus. So I think this gear journey is winding down soon. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.